welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Haley and I am so glad that you are here. Today I'm going to be teaching you my overnight heatless curls method. I am a big fan of this method. I basically sleep with my hair in heatless curls every single night. I typically do not ever really curl it anymore, except to maybe like touch up a couple areas here and there. But this method has seriously saved me so much time. I really have like pretty long, thick hair, and so I used to spend like hours every week just sitting there like curling my hair. So this method has been a game changer for me. If you follow along on Instagram, you've probably seen this before because I really can't shut up about it. And I've had a lot of you actually share with me that these curls have really worked well for you. This method is a little bit different than what I've kind of seen out there. I've seen a lot of that like thick silk rod type thing that you can buy like on Amazon and stuff. For me, I've tried that before and it really did not work very well at all. And I've tried a lot of other heatless curls methods, and this one is my favorite and it seems to work the best. So I'm excited to show you guys how it works. So it's important to remember first that your hair has memory. So if you feel like this isn't really working for you right away, or if it's not like your curls aren't staying or like lasting throughout the day as well, you need to remember that your hair has memory. And basically what that means is that you need to train your hair to continue to hold this form. And so for me now, my curls stay pretty well throughout the day because this is the way that they want to go, because they have the memory, they've been trained to go a certain direction. And so I would encourage you to just continue to like try it and sleep with your hair like this, and you will hopefully have success. That was just like a good tip for me as I was training my hair to adapt to the heatless method. What you will need for heatless curls is a robe tie. So this is literally the tie from my bathrobe. If you don't have a robe tie through Amazon, you can get something similar that looks like this. I really recommend this instead of those silk rod things. Don't bother with those. You will also need 3 scrunchies, and you will need a hairbrush. So I typically start my heatless curls the night that I wash my hair, and I let it like almost fully dry. It's just like a smidge wet still. And so I usually don't need to use this. However, if you're starting with like second day hair that is, you know, completely dry, then you might want to go through it with a spray bottle just evenly and really lightly. You don't want it to be wet. You just want it to be like ever so slightly damp for it to like really stick. Okay, so let's get started. Step number 1, you are going to brush your hair out. I use a wet brush and I am obsessed with my wet brush. I love this color. It's an autumn color. If you've been following along in my obsession with knowing my season of what looks best on me, but of course I had to buy my hairbrush in a warm earthy tone. You are just going to brush it all out, and the reason I like to brush it all out is so that it just like you wake up and it's nice and silky. I do sleep with a silk pillowcase, which I also really recommend, and I also like this more of like a wavy look too, so you can always brush out your heatless curls a little bit to have it just be kind of like a big bouncy wave to it. Okay, so first thing you are going to, or second thing rather, you're going to grab your robe tie and you want to make sure that it is pretty even, and then you're just gonna set it right here on your head. And I forgot to part my hair. It does not have to be perfect at all, but you just want to part your hair kind of like down the middle as best as you can. So I'm gonna keep that right here. Now, this is like not, you know, a pretty way to do it, but basically what I do is I'm just going to take this section and I am going to rope it off and just keep it right here while I do this side so that this like stays in one spot. So now I'm gonna take my rope tie and I'm gonna get in a little closer so you guys can see. Now you can do a couple things. Like if you don't have bangs, you can pull it all back, or you could like leave some of it out like this, okay? I think for today, just to like show you guys, I'm just gonna do all of it. So I'm gonna just take a section of hair, the top section, and I'm gonna twist it around. And down here, I'm just going to grab the next section with the section that I first did, and I'm gonna twist that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more to it, and I'm gonna twist that, and then add a little bit more to that, and twist that around. And so it's almost like instead of French braiding, you're like French twisting, and you're just grabbing more hair each time that you go around the rope tie. So here's my last section. I always try to end like at my earlobe. You don't want to go too much further beyond that. So then you're just going to continue to loop this around, and bring it all the way down to the end. And right here, okay, I like to keep some hair out. In fact, I might even keep a little bit more out, because I find that if you do like the ends, then it's gonna be like super bouncy because it's like curled all the way to the bottom, and it's not gonna hang quite as like how I like. Then this is the important part, okay? So you're gonna take this, I'm gonna scoot up a little bit. So you're gonna take this and you're gonna clamp it down with the rest of the rope tie, okay? So then it's secure, and you're gonna fasten it or secure it here with a scrunchie. So then you're gonna pull that little leftover guy out. And now as I let go, it's gonna unravel a little bit, okay? I'm gonna teach you how to solve that and fix that in just a second. Okay, so I'm gonna take this top section, wrap it around, okay? So it's hanging right there, and I'm just gonna grab the next section and wrap that around. You don't wanna do it like too tight. This is also really good if your hair gets like greasier quicker, because it's like keeping your hair out of your face, so the oils on your face aren't gonna transfer onto your hair throughout the night quite as much. So we're gonna keep on twisting here. Okay. Next one. I'm just going around, and then I'm gonna just scoop up the last section here. Okay, so see, it's kind of like at the base of my ear, and we're gonna twist this around. Keep going, keep going. So I have my little tail here hanging out, and I have this secure between my fingers, and I'm gonna use my rope tie again to kind of like create a little fold here to secure it. I'm gonna take my other scrunchie, and we're going to secure this as well, okay? And now when I let go of this, it's going to unravel, okay? So now if you sleep like this, which don't I look so pretty? If you sleep like this, it's probably not going to be as tight as you would like it. It's not gonna last as long. And so this is the secret to my success, okay? You are going to take your section, you're gonna twist it back the same way that we were twisting. I'm twisting it back, okay? These are secured, so they're going to help keep it in place. And then I am going to put it back here, and I'm gonna take another scrunchie, and I am going to secure it back here. So we've twisted them back, and now it's secure back here. And then that way, when you're sleeping, they're staying tight. They're staying like looped back and tight and in place. My little baby hairs want to come out, so I'm gonna let them out to play. Then you're gonna sleep like this overnight, and in the morning you're going to take them out, and you are going to find that your hair is been so lusciously curled. When you take them out, I usually take off that scrunchie, take off this scrunchie, and you're just gonna gently unravel them from your robe tie, like so. Just some other tips. So let's say, for example, you kind of have like a weird kink somewhere that you're not really liking. That is when I would go through with a curling iron. Like, look at that, you guys. It's so nice. And it literally took me like less than 5 minutes, basically. So I will use my curling iron every once in a while. If like there's kind of a weird like kink or something, I'll just use it to like, you know, soften it out a bit. And I'm still gonna kind of go in like that same direction. Another thing that I will do is if I wanna like have my bangs be a little bit more curled, I'll just use these rollers with like a blow dryer on like a warm setting, or I will sometimes go through with my curling iron and just like touch them up a little bit this way. This isn't on, so it's not really gonna do much right now. I hope that that helped you guys. Let me know if you try it out. Seriously, like these have been a game changer for me. I don't really use any hairspray because like I said, my hair has memory and it kind of knows like this is what it does. Let me know if you try this and if it works for you. Also, again, if you don't have a robe tie, click that Amazon link and it'll take you to this lovely lady. Definitely really recommend this, or just buy yourself a nice robe with, you know, a nice little fuzzy robe tie that comes with it, and you'll be good to go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.